Happy Miracle Monday, everyone. This is Dawn Petalino, your transformational coach and best-selling author of Peace, Power, and Miracles. And Miracle Monday is just where I offer you different truths and different tools so you can find more joy and more freedom and more peace in your life. And today's is about fear, really. There are times in our life, this is, the Christmas season, and a lot of us have really, kind of warm, fuzzy feelings, but for a lot of people, there's some hard things going on, and the Christmas holidays can almost make it just more hard, just even harder, because it's smacking up against this supposedly ideal, joyous time with something that's really difficult and sad, and maybe just really hard or scary. And whether that is a circumstance in your life or whether that's an emotion you're going through, some people get depressed during Christmas, and just brings up different memories or so forth. And to that, I want to address that today, because the thing about those times is whenever we are feeling afraid or when we're going through something really hard, there are a couple things that we can do. And the first is that even though we're going through something that seems like it might not end, or something that we don't know the ending to, which is really life, but it just becomes more pronounced whenever our routines and familiarity get broken up. And so whenever we're going through something like that, to just hold on to that truth, that there is only one power, that your safety lies in your connection to your source. Whether you call that source God, your heart, your higher mind, your higher power, higher consciousness, the universe, whatever you call that power is the only power that exists. And it is the power of love. Science proves there is this perfect energy, this energy that harmonizes and supports. And we find it in nature. And that's part of us. It's not only part of us, it's the bigger part of us. We like to go up in our mind and separate from it and think we're doing everything on our own. But really, all we must remember during those difficult times is I trust my source. I trust my source. Our safety in the Course in Miracles and the Course in Love refer to this, and I talk about that. I refer back to those two books a lot, is that our safety, our perfect peace, and our safety lie in connection to our source. Course in Miracles says prayer is constantly thinking of Him. Prayer is constantly thinking of your connection, your union. And so that's when we pray without ceasing. It means that I keep in my mind a conscious connection, a conscious awareness that I am connected to the greatest power there is, which is love. And love, that power overcomes everything. It is the only power. And there's a line in the Course in Miracles that tells us that with God, only good can come from this. Only good can come from this. So we go on unafraid. Doesn't mean that things aren't hard. Doesn't mean that things aren't scary. I've gone through times in my life. I remember being with my marriage and in a new job down in South Carolina. And it was really hard. It was really hard and very scary. And the things that I look back now and I don't remember the pain. What I do remember is this, the resources. I remember the people that showed up when I needed them. I remember the unexpected support I got from just random strangers who came at the right time. I remember being graced. That's what I remember now. And I am so grateful for what seemed like a tragedy now, what seemed like a crisis, because it opened a whole door and a whole new way of living for me. That, I was on a trajectory headed really to a lot, probably depression, more and more depression than what I was feeling. And it had to break, life had to break down before something better could emerge. And so we hold on to the higher gradient of truth, that there is only one power, and that power supports me, and that power loves me, and that power lives through me, as me, and that power is here to grow and to evolve and to bring happiness and joy and peace in my life. And so I have to trust that power. So that's the first thing. The second thing is find someone that you can let your guard down with, that you can be totally honest with. When we're going through hard things, it's not like you want to tell everybody and put it out on Facebook, but we have to have one person, at least one person, that we can be totally real and honest with, whether that's a friend, whether that is a coach, whether that is a therapist, whether that is a support group. One person that you can be real with will help you get through those times of fear. I remember back when I was teaching in elementary school and I was going through all this fearful things, and there was one teacher that I knew I could go to her room in the morning, and I thought if I could just cry with her, I know I'll be okay. And I would. Every morning I'd go there, I'd hug her, and she had no idea what was going on because she just gave me unconditional love. I didn't want to talk about it, but I needed somebody that I could share my fear with, and I could cry with her, and she would inspire me and encourage me. And because of her, I was able to get through the rest of the day with way more sanity. So find one person to support you that you can be real with. And when you put those two things together, your faith and that I will hold to the higher gradient and I will wait because there is a gift in this. And someday I will be really grateful for what came from this. And on the human side, finding the support, one person that you can be totally transparent with. And those two together, you just be surprised at the miracles that come to your life. And I will say this, pray and ask for it. Ask for the support. When I look back and I see all these people that came out of the woodwork, and some of them were just random strangers just there for a time, and I think, wow, I was so supported in that, and I only see it now looking back. So during this time, I hope that if you are going through something difficult, that you find hope because you are connected to the power that is here to support you. And it will support you. And this will pass, and you'll look back one day and see how you were graced and see the blessing in this. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope you like this, share this. If you'd like to find out more, check out my website, www.dawnpetalino.com. I hope you have a miraculous Monday, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.